that's there.
And this offense on third down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Saints are going to get it back here just past the 35. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Play action now, Winston. Open man down the field is Landry. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Winston to give. It's Kamara. Now the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 1st and goal from just inside the 5. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Saints post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Lutz good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. It certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Fields now to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. Fields throwing again. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Paulson to Debo.
Well, Charles, you were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Both teams going through their final halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football and to bring in the second half from the Superdome. Let's go back to Brandon and Trey.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And how about this laying out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Winston now to throw on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is inside the 5. Touchdown, Saints.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Let's look to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now it's Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
on 2nd and 9. Winston. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, Winston. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! Chris Olave. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and our quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
The game of the yard, it's going to bring up 35.
Continues to struggle to find Chris to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
One play action. Fields.
Man open. That's Byron Pringle complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shallow him across all that ground.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. When I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield.
And my goodness, another interception. Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup.
Now Winston. That's complete to Troutman, right side. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Try to run it in with Montgomery. But he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, it's such a high-stakes scenario. Everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
A quick one here, hauled in by Kamara. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Now Winston on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action. Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Saints have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a 2-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you have to slam the door on teams. In this case, they're trying to lock it as well. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they got to sit in that game room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting.
And now here's another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they will finally point into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
A gain of 7 that time, second goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Kamara is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. CD to go to the books is just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense and underscore the fourth quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, there's really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
Lutz good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Back to Montgomery on second down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And now right out of the 2-minute break. We'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now Montgomery running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard. They see what they can accomplish.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. It's Fields. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're looking to throw this. Winston. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Robert Quinn able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. To try again after the sack. Winston. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And the Bears are going to get the football back at their own 17. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Winston. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have it here just past the 25. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people on offense. In this case, it's the defense as a whole. Dealing with each other.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.